like what you were just adding, as you were saying, Swami is like truly the Karuna Murti, the Prema Murti. In that one padyam, like you were saying, the first part he defines the problem and the love of the 1,000 mothers that Bhagwan has. He tells the problem and then he says, okay, now let me give you the solution as well. And he leads to the second part of the thing, which is what, like when you mentioned about this aspect as well, Swami doing the diagnosis, Swami would say, I not only give you the aushadam, I also give you the patyam. So in terms of not only
the dietary restrictions.
Yes, yeah, the giving the medication and the dietary restriction, like follow all of this. So in terms of the complete solution that can come only from Bhagwan, knowing the way he gives it, which is what leads us to the second part of the padyam, and just where again Swami starts by saying, Satya, dharma, ahiṁsalu, śāṁti, prēma, truth, righteousness, non-violence, peace and love. Mānavuni, paṁcaprāṇālalō, mahini, yiviye are verily the 5 life forces of the human beings on earth. And that is where Bhagwan, I think the significance that he attaches to each of these human values is literally what we have as the 5 vital airs that constitute our breath, or our very the pranamaya kosha that we have within us. So we have the prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. These are the 5 life forces that constitute the pranic sheet. And Swami compares each of these values that we have of satya, dharma, śāṁti, prēma, ahimsa to these vital airs that constitute the very life force of a human being. So that I think that is where the earlier discussion of what we were having as the dharma of human being really comes to light. Where are we truly exhibiting what human beings need to exhibit as their dharma, which is living these 5 human values. And in that context, and maybe you should tell us how Swami would describe this using the watch analogy, which I think many times he has told us earlier. So I think if you can tell us about.
Yeah, which is the watch your words, watch your action, watch your thought, watch your character, and watch your heart. So basically, Swami wants us to be vigilant, so that we make sure, watch it. So it's only Swami who can, take this acronym and, it's some, even English words seems to be, come from God, as if, Swami had already put the word and now he's coming and telling us the meaning,
Absolutely.
And how Swami links the 5 pranas, without which actually we cannot function, and the 5 values, how he sort of connects them is phenomenal. That's all that I can say, because if you say word, we speak the word, as I think Swami would say, love in word is truth. Because sometimes we think that truth is only speaking the facts. Swami takes it and says that by itself is not satyam. Satyam is more than facts or truth even. It lasts forever. It's nothing but God. And it's like prana. Satyam is like prana, Swami would say. Without satyam, you are as good as a corpse. You are a lifeless body. To that extent, Swami, which is God himself. Satya, the only which is truth is God. So which is like prana. Without the prana, we are, I think in English you can say oxygen, but it's much more than, it's life force itself, which comes, and that is how we activate it. So that is Satyam, or the word. And then we go on to action,
Yes, yeah. So just from where you had left. So we also have this thing in Hindi, right, where they say "Prāṇ jaye bar vachana na jayi." Like, so your in terms of Raghukula Riti Sada Chali Aayi Prāṇ jaye par vachana. So that much importance is attached to what we speak. It is when we speak, we should be exhibiting that love and that truthfulness that we can be ready to give up our life, but not the word, which is what we have. Swami would say, like Lord Rama had just one word, one arrow, and what he had as one wife. Like always, in terms of the principles that Bhagwan mentions, what Rama, okay Mata, okay Banamu, that kind of a thing. Always, and then leading to that part of watch your words. If now we have that love in action, that love in action itself becomes right conduct or dharma. And going forward, love in our thoughts, or love as experience, as Bhagwan calls it, is śāṁti. And when we have...
Yeah, because śāṁti is nothing but peace.
Correct.
See, all of us are struggling for peace of mind anyway. And Swami will say mind is a bundle of thoughts. So that śāṁti and mind come together so tight. Śāṁti and mind, and so watch your thought. So if we make sure that our thoughts are always peaceful, as calm, peace of mind we will have. So śāṁti, watch your thought.
Yeah, which again, I think with that first three, watch your words, action and thought itself, Swami has tried the Trikarna Shuddhi part of thought, word and deed. I think if truly we feel that Swami's love from within and operate from that space, I think what we think, what we say, what we do, everything aligns with how Bhagwan would want that to be done, isn't it, Anna? Like, I think I'm truly seeing it, like, again, it is that Atmic education, because we are connected to the Atman, we are established in that sense, and we manifest that love coming from Bhagwan from within, and then so our words, thought, word and deed are fine, which ultimately leads us to the next part of the C. We have covered the WAT, and so going to the C, the character part also.
See, that C, character, I always associate it with ahimsa. Okay, because I think the last one is heart. So that is heart is love. Okay.
Okay. So it starts with love and goes back to love. It completes the circle.
Exactly, one full circle, So character is, you will not hurt anything. Swami always says, vachasekam, manasekam, karmanyekam, mahatmana. So that means Mahatma means he will not cause any harm. His life itself will, he will not leave any mark on the world. So that is character. In every sense, it will come out. This is because Swami always says, if all the values are there, character is a natural outcome. So I always connected, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I thought character and ahimsa, your behavior, so heart is fine. And even if you take the paṁcaprāṇās, prana is truth. Apana is actually that which discards what is bad and it takes what is good and absorbs. Dharmic action is always, you worry about dharma, adharma. That discrimination is apana function. And vyana is that which spreads everything, it's an expansive state of being. That I think Swami is equating to śāṁti. That vyana, Swami seems to be, I don't know, whether that matching is okay. Then there's udana. Udana is that which rises up. And samana is that which is equanimity. So, how Swami takes these values and equates them to this paṁcaprāṇā is just beautiful, so beautiful. Because sometimes we talk about these paṁcaprāṇās and we think, so there are some airs which are in vital force, which is operational. But Swami says, No, this expression of this is the 5 values. If you understand these 5 values, that's nothing but 5 pranas. That's the way Swami has explained. I think sometimes Swami has given a new vocabulary to understand some of these ancient concepts so that we can relate to them better. And we can also become an application oriented, I think Swami has nicely said, paṁcaprāṇālu, he has said. Without that, you are not alive. That's the way I understood. Okay.
Very beautiful, Anand. Yeah, that is the importance that Bhagwan gives to all of these values that we have to bring forth and truly live them as the paṁcaprāṇās. And Swami says 3/4 of life is character. This is all about love and love and love. And I see, even as it comes to that last line of that padyam, Swami says, Kana hridayalana prēmanu penchukondu. Therefore, foster the love in the hearts. It's literally like, in one sense, Swami telling us, and another sense, I'm just reading it as Swami blessing us also, that with His grace, we will be able to foster that love in our hearts. Because ultimately, what to be very honest with you, Anna, like Swami says, Daiva Priti, Papa Bhiti, Sanganiti. So the importance that Swami gives for Daiva Priti, which is nothing but love for God, Swami says that once you have that love for God, automatically the Papa Bhiti, fear of sin, and Sanganiti, morality in society, gets taken care of. Because ultimately God is love. Love is God. So live in love. Swami would say this many times, because ultimately love is the one that is completely selflessness, and self is lovelessness. So having that love is actually making us go deep within and truly connect to that Atmic source within. Like as I see from the many stories that come, whether it is the squirrel that helped, of course,
the bridge, building of the bridge,
drama, in building the bridge. But did that squirrel have that kind of secular knowledge or wisdom and all of that? All it had was that love, that it wanted to do something for its Lord. And we see that from the life of that squirrel, or we see that from what Guha or Shabari, all these people, they might have not been an epitome of knowledge and wisdom of the secular realm, but what they had as that true love for Lord Rama, or the Gopikas for Lord Krishna, or all of us devotees that we have for Swami, that love is there. I think that love itself will take us across this ocean of samsara and truly help us feel Bhagwan's connection within. And having that love will help manifest all of those other human values, whether it is satya, dharma, śāṁti, ahimsa, all of that, with just holding on to that one beautiful jewel or gem that Bhagwan gives us of love for God. I think everything gets conferred with that.
Very, very nice. I was, the Swami always says, end of education is character. Okay, so, the watch, at RIM, we have said character C is character. And then I was also in the last line, Swami saying, Kana hridayana prēmanu penchukondu. So he's telling, fill your heart with love. In the watch also, the last letter is H. So because Swami is giving this talk for the Education and Human Values Conference, EHV. So he is lined out everything, in this he has contained the entire EHV philosophy in this padyam. Anyone who wants to understand education, human values, Swami has talked everything in this. If only we dwell on it. What is the end of education is character. But I think he has taken it one step further and said, fill your heart with love. And I think the examples which you gave of Shabari and the squirrel, they all had this love for God. And I think Swami wants us to strive to reach that stage. Even though worldly wise they were illiterates, they did not have any ādhunika vidya, but ātmavidyayu naturally came to them. Now, ādhunika vidya, we pay attention to. You are giving the example of Shabari and squirrel. Shabari is illiterate, but they were filled with ātmavidya, which is filled with love in the heart. And they are, I think, great examples for us to follow. Swami has taken the end of education beyond character into love itself. That means he wants us to be divine. That should be the ultimate goal. And the way you said, like Shabari, she was illiterate, unlettered woman. But even though ādhunika vidya was not there, the modern day education, they were zero. They weren't blessed with the treasure of ātmavidya, which is love itself for God. And I think Swami wants us to strive towards that.
I think it's always been that heart to heart, love to love. So and even as that whole transition of that padyam happens right from the first line to the last line, like you were mentioning, Anna. So it is literally leading us to go deeper, go beyond, and ultimately realize that the essence of everything is love. And if that love, if we have in our hearts for Swami, that is like the true thing that we can be blessed with. So I am taking that last line again and again as Swami's blessing on all of us, saying that it is there very much in your hearts, what I have sown as a seed there. I am there to help you have that sprout and grow. Hold on to me, hold on to me. Like if we keep connecting to Bhagwan, I think that itself will help that small seed to become really a big tree under which all we can share Swami's love and be beautifully connected as the Sai family.
Yeah, see, when he commands, that's also blessing, Do this means it's also without him we also can't do, there are so many distractions, we may lose the path or whatever, So it is a blessing, as you rightly said. Because once his word comes, the words have to become true. Okay.
Sathya Sai.
So I think that's the truth. Swami always says his sankalpam is vajram. So maybe, we have to strive, we have to do our part, and hopefully we will reach the goal. And, things like, sessions like this to study and contemplate and meditate on Swami's words is a really great blessing which Swami has granted us all. And it was wonderful to have this discussion with you. It was very wonderful to discuss and deliberate on, the words of Swami and discuss. It was a wonderful session, and I hope we meet again and again to study and discuss Swami's other padyams as well.
Absolutely.
Jai Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.
ādhunika vidya perigenu aṁtulēka ātmavidyayu kṣīṇiṁce avadhilēka satyadharmaṁbulanniyu samasipōye ādhunika vidya perigenu aṁtulēka ātmavidyayu kṣīṇiṁce avadhilēka satyadharmaṁbulanniyu samasipōye prēma śāṁti ahiṁsalu pēdabaḍiye prēma śāṁti ahiṁsalu pēdabaḍiye ādhunika vidya perigenu aṁtulēka ātmavidyayu kṣīṇiṁce avadhilēka satyadharmaṁbulanniyu samasipōye prēma śāṁti ahiṁsalu pēdabaḍiye prēma śāṁti ahiṁsalu pēdabaḍiye satya dharma ahiṁsalu śāṁti prēma satya dharma ahiṁsalu śāṁti prēma mānavuni paṁcaprāṇālu mahini yiviye సత్య ధర్మ అహింసలు శాంతి ప్రేమ మానవుని పంచప్రాణాలు మహిని ఇవియే. పంచప్రాణాలలో ప్రేమ ఎంత హెచ్చు, పంచప్రాణాలలో ప్రేమ ఎంత హెచ్చు. కాన హృదయాన ప్రేమను పెంచుకొనుడు, కాన హృదయాన ప్రేమను పెంచుకొనుడు.